Okay, and we should be live. Hello, this is Bandit, and I'm here with another set of games for the group stage of the Variety Cup. So, before we dive into our next match, I thought it would be good to have a recap of where we are at the moment. So, we can see on the left-hand side over here, we've got a first game in each group that has happened now. So we've got Games God versus HDAI. We had to replay the first game or finish the first game between those two because of a crash in the first stream. But we managed to successfully get to the end of it. So all is well. And Games God took it 2-1 against HDAI. Hi, Randy. Just recapping games so far. And yeah, Group B, Randy Sunsu and my Bright Spark fought it out. And again, another 2-1 set, this time going to Bright Spark, with a successful win for Sunsu on the 1v1 on Rivers. And then yesterday we saw Naga versus DEAI in a set of real slogs, big games, including first Michi and Land Nomad sets as well. So DEAI won with 2 games on that one, and Naga took away the Land Nomad game at the end. Yeah, it was a good set. I'm quite pleased actually. We've got a lot of 2-1s in this. It's showing actually some strengths and weaknesses on different maps. But yes, Naga and DEI, lots of notes I think for both sides, particularly a trade issue for DEI on Michi. And then we finished yesterday with the game between Soldier and Silvertongue, and this was our first 3-0. So effectively archers and knights against infantry, and infantry not quite getting the eco damage done at the start of the games. So Silvertongue took that 3-0. They're really nice to see Soldier embracing the water part of hybrid maps. It did go quite heavily into Navy. So yeah, great to see on that side as well, and seeing how the map's being used, whereas Silvertongue dedicated itself to land on those hybrid maps. Today, hopefully we're going to run through 3 games. The order may shuffle slightly based on who's about and everything that's come in, but we've already got the drafts for HDAI and Illuminati. So Aleph sent those over. I've already got Civ picks from Aleph for Illuminati, but we don't have the Civs yet for HDAI. But before we go rolling Civs, let's look at the maps that were selected for that one. So, as I juggle my many windows I have open at the moment, hopefully that can be seen. Aleph, if you're tuning into here, I realised HDAI was meant to be player 1 in that set, so your game 1 and 2 are switched around, but Civ picks are exactly the same, of course, because you've allocated them per map. So what happened off the back of this was we ended up with a pick of Arabia for HDAI, with Aleph selecting a 4v4 on Arabia for that, whereas Illuminati selected Arena on that, and HDAI rolled a 3v3 on Arena. And then finally, the random roll was Rivers with a 3v3 on that. Just looking back through the chat to just communicate what the bans were on that as well, because I think that would be useful for you to know. So we did a lot of drafts yesterday. Okay, so Aleph banned Team Islands. So yeah, Illuminati banning Team Islands, and HDAI rolled Yucatan as a ban for that one as well. So yeah, Team Island's banned for Illuminati, Yucatan for HDAI. So everyone should know what the bans are on that. I am also going to write up all of the bans on the brackets as well. I'll find a place to put those there so that when it's coming into the next round, we're going into quarterfinals. Everyone should have a clear idea of what's been banned already, and maybe be able to make some strategic decisions on that. So that is a draft for that one. And we now need to look at civs for HD. And we've got a black screen, so we just need to reconnect that up. There we go. And hopefully you can see that. So I put DE here, that should be HD, but yeah, these are picks for HDAI on this one. We've got all 50 civs there. Let's give it a roll. So this is 4v4 Arabia. We have Dravidians first. Huns. Or Koreans. And Goths. Okay. Goth on flank could be pretty scary. We'll see. Though it is HD, so you'll probably go under TC fire. So let's switch over to the game. That should have loaded there. I'm also just going to close Discord in the background because it seems to be slowing everything down. There we go. I already punched in Illuminati's choice for this set. So Aleph chose Teutons on the flank, Bengalis and Mayans as pocket, and then Japanese as the flank there. So we'll copy over what we just got for HD. So we had Dravidians, Huns, Koreans, and Goths. Everything else should be set correctly. So we've got Arabia, we've got a map of 8 players. And I will just double check Aleph civs for that just to make sure I've got those right. Believe I do. Teutons, Bengalis, Mayans, Japanese. Yeah, all good. So let's get started. Capture age should load. So having to think about it, it's a bit of a bigger map. Just really thinking about it. Okay, bit of a hiccup loading up, but we have it. Interesting message there. Disable DEC. Oh, hang on. Disable DEC. Sorry, just need to quit out of that. I think... Whew, close. I didn't put HD. I put DEAI. We're good. We're not up in the difficulty for Illuminati. We're okay. Let's pan back to the game. Good start. It was AI, so let's change that to HD. That's all good. Now we're good to go. Apologies there. Oof, good catch. Okay, no DEC this time. We're all good. So we'll start off by just changing these names. HDIA there. Illuminati there. Yeah, for some reason that's not showing. I'm not sure why. So what kind of Arabia do we have? We have rabbits again. Let's see how Illuminati deals with that. HD, I don't know if it will mill it or long distance hunt it. We'll find out shortly, I guess. Okay, we're scouting things here. These are coming out. We won't have sheep scouting by HDAI. And we can see the first elephants coming in here. I also can hear I can hear the elephants from the base game, so I'm just going to turn that volume down from there. I just realised I need to change my source because you're seeing the game and not capture age. There we go. Right. All is working. Good. Thankfully, Randy was away for that, so all good there. So we've got a bit of a basic start there for HDAI. Illuminati, on the other hand, also taking in its elephants. Doing a runner, about to scout its goats here, maybe? Oh, it's missed them. But Purple has scouted some goats quite far away. I think they were stolen from Grey. So Illuminati getting a bit of a steal there. So not so bad for the pocket. In the meantime, we've got elephant hunted, we've got mill here, we've got more goats that have been missed on this side. I know the proportions in a large map 4v4 is slightly different to the other three that you would get with team games. I think the radius has to change somewhat, so potentially that has something to do with it being a 4v4. We'll see. Elephant's not been hunted here by this Illuminati, but is pocket. Probably going to take its time, and these villagers will almost certainly find it once they wrap around the berries. So not too worried here. Scout is not trying to push the rabbits, so good filtering there from Illuminati. Welcome back, Randy. So, all pretty calm at the moment. We're getting up to a point where people should start clicking up if they're thinking of going feudal. Late elephant going in there by HD. He does garrison. The village is safe. Messy, but it worked. So Illuminati is actually the first up. Japanese Illuminati. We know Illuminati for going for monks. So kind of an early uptime for it to be doing a fast castle. But we might see it just have a steady feudal and tower up to defend. And we actually see red doing the same here, but 4 bills higher. Hello! Long distance stone. I think it's just the camp size isn't big enough. Again, don't know if that's linked to the fact that this is a 4v4, perhaps. But yeah, you will get stone. It's probably for towers. And thankfully you don't need... you can build towers pretty steadily with a couple of villages on it, so it'll slow them down a bit, but not dramatically. We have an Illuminati scout. And it's stolen more goats. Hey. And DEA is going to steal them back. Back you go. They've learnt the error of their ways. Meanwhile, we have 2 HDAIs that are now up. We've got blue. And we notice, weird enough, grey here, despite being a pocket, is going men-at-arms. What's he going to do with those men-at-arms? Interesting. Whereas blue's going to go archers here. Oh, grey is in pocket. It's a flank. So it should be men-at-arms against orange here. Orange does get towers up. So yeah, earlier age up, but was able to get towers sooner, so that'll protect it from any initial aggression. Yellow also scouting blue, so blue potentially in some sort of target range. And he stole the goats back. Illuminati. Food stealer. To be fair, that's on HD for not scouting them properly. Had they been scouted at the start of the game, it would have been fine. This scout is under attack slightly. More towers. So, and actually, we've got scouts diving. They'll die to the TC. This tower gets delayed, but not. You'll notice Illuminati hasn't got sensitive tower cancellation, which in this case I think is okay, unless they go around at that angle. Okay, so we've got a couple of vills down for red. Oh dear. I think it's just the placement of the tower is kind of awkward. These scouts should go down. But meanwhile, this eco's idled. These vills will garrison again. These scouts should go down. There we go. They both go down. We've just got the one archer, and if this tower goes up, that archer will go. Yeah, and it's forcing that tower down. 2 archers might get a couple more villager kills in. But the tower's nearly up. And there it is. Garrisoned, dead archer, 2 dead archers. How's the Drush going down here? 12 men at arms. Okay. So it's saving up. We've already got our first Castle Age units as well. We've got we've got Castle Age green with Knights. We've also got Castle Age pockets here from Illuminati. TCs are going down. So 2 TCs already. And we've got Siege Elephants. Oh, Armoured Elephants, sorry. Not upgraded yet. So Spears and Armoured Elephants. This is new. Don't think we've seen this from Illuminati before. What's the plan? Takes down the line. Maybe defending red. Maybe it detected the scouts. We'll see. Meanwhile, all of the other Illuminatis, it looks like they're getting ready to boom. That scout should go down. And it does. Siege Elephant with no monks. Okay, the monks were just slow actually, so he is going monks out. Also, notice no monks from purple yet. Red is also going for spears, but that's probably in response to the scouts. Any attacks from the others? We've got again a green scout cav over here. No attacks just yet. Green's coming here. Okay, so we've got Knights coming in. This is probably where HDAI is its most threatening because... Can we get Knights? Thank you. 1 armor upgrade so far. They're going for the attack upgrade as a priority. They will attack this tower. The tower will go down pretty quickly if they don't get distracted. And the villagers will get ejected, and so they'll get scooped up. So red having a bit of a hard time, 27 vills, whereas the others here are at 40. So red having some problems, but Illuminati should boom behind this. Meanwhile, we've also got an attack on the left-hand side. The men-at-arms did come in, they are diving under the tower. Wow, 4 towers. Illuminati, I'm looking forward to Illuminati versus Games God, Battle of the Towers. Though these men-at-arms should go down really quickly to the TC. There's no real avoidance, they're just attacking units under. But they are getting damage done. Illuminati's still in the lead with villagers because it's been booming. But HDAI kind of bringing that even. And the attack has been stomped. Orange Illu was switching conversion targets. Yeah, I believe Illuminati use it. I haven't looked into the script, but it uses some form of monk DUC, so it doesn't rely on the default targeting. So it must do some optimization of what it targets. Scout gets converted. 4th TC from DEA. Purple going for another TC. No monks. We're going Eagles. Eagle Warrior from Mayans. Do Mayans have decent monks? The conversions. Oh, that's a lot of conversions. Siege Elephant comes in. Yeah, Knights is not what you want here. Is that? That's a red TC. That is a Promi TC right there. Very aggressive. I think Alice said yesterday actually that Illuminati likes to build forward town centres. Ooh, don't like that. But it's only a couple of vills, and the Mangonel's coming in. we're going to get some nice clean shots here. I think there's Mangonel Micro, or DEC, that Illuminati uses. Ah, that's not the shot. One crossbow down. These monks don't have Theocracy yet, so it's relying on the Micro to switch targets. The monks are getting prioritized by base targeting, so these monks are going down. They're healing each other. Who wins this? Meanwhile, there's an attack on the left. We've got war wagons coming into the base here. We've got conversions attempting to happen here too. So we've got a fight on two fronts. We'll zoom in on this one for now because we've got the TC that never happened. So these villagers are retreating. 26 Vil for Illuminati here. 76 on the left, being outboomed by the HDAI. Double teamed here, Siege and War Wagons. Purple needs to come in and help if Orange is going to survive this. They're not going to survive just with a set of monks. Yellow is coming in for a counter attack here. We also have the Eagle Warriors coming in, and blue is also in trouble. Are we going to have one player on each side get taken out? This looks like it is getting cleared up, so actually conversions did happen for the war wagons. Towers may have taken out the weaker targets. Battering rams are gradually getting the towers down. But actually the conversion's doing a good job there. The Eagles should soak up this TC fire that happens. And also being healed by the monks is particularly nice addition as well. I'm hearing Mangonels, but I can't see Mangonels. Oh, there we are. They're attacking stable. Blue, 61 Vils. So it has also built in green's base. Purple is counter-attacking here, so pushing back where they were pushing on orange. The converted units here doing a nice job. Again, really aggressive villagers in this game. Getting so many "you're under attack" alerts. Red building out over here as well, so expanding out, so it should be nice if the base does get attacked. Blue still stabilised on villagers. Red has a bit of catching up to do, but orange is doing just fine. 95 mils. And purple and yellow are booming there. It looks like green and cyan are out booming. And we've also got our first couple of imp clicks. Yellow's going to be the first, then it's going to be green, closely followed by purple. We might see cyan soon. No, cyan is still spamming villagers and war wagons. So yeah, it looks like the blue villagers are spread out enough that the damage isn't being done yet. As these TCs goes down, then we should see these villagers go under threat. Green coming in to help. Doesn't have a load of units yet, but has switched into light cav to deal with the siege and the monks. Hopefully there'll be some spears in there from Illuminati to help. Meanwhile, the push on grey. Most of these are converted units being slung back to the enemy. We've got rams fighting each other. The rams get deflected. The monks stay alive. They're doing a really good job of healing each other. Yeah, and the eagles as well, really nice. HD being forced to build in the corner, but hasn't been able to get it to go up just yet. Meanwhile, blue gradually being whittled down. Cyan does click up in the end, and here we go. We've got the imp upgrades coming in for yellow. We should see so many more conversions come from yellow now with Theocracy in place, allowing them to convert enemies without all of the monks losing faith. Doesn't normally impact Illuminati as much because it does a good job of spreading its monks out anyway, but it helps. It means that it guarantees monks don't end up with multiple of them losing faith. Are we going to see any crazy conversions of things that should not be converted here? Maybe. Siege Elephant's doing a nice job. And meanwhile, the push from Orange, the counter-attack has been glorious. Grey in a really bad spot, 49 bills. 49 bills over here as well. Red is recovering, 4 TCs, so getting back up. And it looks like these two have decided to stop their bill production. They are fully boomed in Imperial Age. They're getting their eco tags. They're going elite Eagle Warrior. So yeah, these will just hoover up all of these vills. Really nice. Green desperately trying to help blue, but I think it's too late there. It's not enough units. It's spamming Hussar. Hun Hussar. These stables will work quicker as well, so it's almost like yeah, 20% extra stables almost. These outward TCs are gradually going to go down. We've got siege coming from Illuminati here. Loads of upgrades coming in. And we can see from the top here, look at the military counts. Most of these probably being converted. And now with the successful raids, it's been outboomed. Green's base is now going to gradually get converted. We've already got a siege workshop here. Knights raiding, Eagles under here. They may even soak up some castle fire. No murder holes, so relying on vills to take down those Eagles. And Scion's pouring a load of its resources into trying to replenish its villages. The army difference is massive. I think, yeah, conversions. They wildly swing it, and with 3 of them at least, maybe 3 and a bit, we could say, going monks. Unless you resist it, it is going to swing wildly. Those war wagons were horrible to lose. We are going to see these go down, and actually, considering that this, you know, I think Illuminati, at least in the Bimap tournaments, typically wasn't as strong on Arabia. I think the, yeah, I think he's shown what can happen if you let him get to Castle Age unimpeded. And it's the first game of the set, so we'll have a bit of fun in seeing what gets converted. Let Aleph enjoy his victory for this one when watching back. Wow. So he's actually switched into a light cav spam here as well now. Really effective. And there we go. It does mean I can't shut it down, but we should have a load of surrenders here. Yep, just green to go. 3 relics in that one, actually. Wow, and just like that, it's over. Illuminati takes game 1. let's look at some stats. We've got 106 Hussar versus 147 Light Cavalry. Big scary numbers from Grey at the start there. A load of men at arms, but they lost most of them to the TC fire. So they came in, did an initial scary raid, and then never really recovered. Invested too much in that first attack and lost it to towers and TC. Whereas you can see here, even orange actually had the chance to boom well, but yellow and purple did a great job there. Eagle warriors and loads of monks into a comfortable Imperial age. Army high. Actually, a load of these ended up being light cav, which is good to see. Trade had got started on this side as well. And yeah, green holding 3 of the relics. And we can see here, very decent castle age times. Considering towers were being built here as well, that is really impressive. So if you're not using all of your resources to just go up to castle age, then you're expecting it to slow. Decent one from the Huns here as well. And yeah, these are comfortable Imperial ages, not particularly quick, but they built a lot behind it. And then village accounts, yeah, HDAI, actually, yeah, built up a little bit more, but and again, I think some of these were because of the conversions. I think 124 is what Illuminati stops at. 28 trade units, wow. Okay. Can I show the conversions again? Of course. Wow. 165 conversions for the Japanese there. 102 for yellow. And not many for the others. What's that? 285 conversions for Illuminati overall. So that's a lot of army to then immediately have on the opposite side. So yeah, Randy, as you were saying before, the military difference was wild, and there you go. That's why. Great first set. Looking forward to seeing what the rest of this set has in store. Let's pan off here and set up the next game. just nothing left. So our next game is actually going to be our first arena game, which is fun. So our first arena game is a 3v3. So we'll switch that to medium. And we'll get to Illuminati civs first, I think, on this one, and then we'll roll for HDs. So for arena, we had picks from Aleph. We've got Bohemians, Italians, and Burmese. Nice civ bonus on Burmese to see where all the relics are, so it could be quick there. Do Bohemians get the tech where monks only cost food? That could be pretty deadly. I'm going to change this to HD now because I will forget and go back to AI. So let's do that. Arena, that should be 6. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I used my mouse wheel. That looks okay, so let's pick our civs. Things seem to be going a little slow. There we go. Let's shuffle this around and did I just remove those? I think I did. Okay, so shuffle redoes that. Good to know. Let's remove those. Oh no, they have been hidden. We're good. So shuffle, that's fine. So again, 3 picks for HD. We've got Portuguese. And then their pocket is going to be the Shoe. Don't think I've seen Shoe play on Arena. Be interesting. And Ethiopians. Okay, interesting mix. Let's remove those. So that was Portuguese, Shoe, Ethiopians. Portuguese, Shoe, Ethiopians. Now we've seen a fun strategy by Gladiator before with Portuguese. So fast imp into loads and loads of bombard towers and Fatorius. We could potentially see that from HDAI. I know Portuguese actually is one that I test against a lot in 1v1 arena. It's kind of what I've done to try and polish some of the Bright Sparks strategies on arena, because I find that HD is a bit more aggressive than Definitive Edition. So we'll see how that goes. So just double checking, I left civs on that, Bohemians, Italians, Burmese. Yeah, all good. So that is all good to go. Let's do it. Again, taking some time to load, it will catch up. That's all coming through. Let's change these names. Every time. It's because I've been doing drafts for Definitive Edition earlier. I wonder if I add this. Whether that will help. One for Illuminati. No. He doesn't like it. Love to figure out what that is. Let's catch the start up. So, I mean, it's Arena, so basic start. Nice seeing it in Capture Age and being able to see these. I do find it a lot more aesthetically pleasing where you don't have to delete your own walls at the back now. And so that was a nice addition, I think. Really neat. We really shouldn't have any missed resources on this. They're all in the walls. It's Illuminati's like strong map from the Bimap tournament. We've seen it in action. Yeah, pushing D8 as we thought. And HD's strong on Arena too. So we should see some fairly polished builds here. All of the HD AIs have gone for Loom. We've got Ball coming in. Actually, nice positioning of that in the end. So Andy, you say 3v3 arena could get wild potentially, and also monks on hybrid maps should do well. Yeah, monks do surprisingly well against navy. Also helped by the fact that they don't get targeted much by default, I think, by the navy as well. Who needs a dock if they have a monastery? Or why build a dock when you can convert your opponents? Again, no over bumping or anything actually, so nice position for the ball. Pushing in food, that's what we like to see. HDAI, a special award for converting a harbour. Yeah, we haven't really seen those yet, have we? So it'll be interesting to see. And actually, with the update where garrisoned fishing ships can make it shoot arrows, maybe we'll see some less conversions. Don't quite know how much damage the docks do when they're garrisoned. The 2-vil lure from HD. Others will come and take it down eventually. There we go. Yeah, not quite as neat as Illuminati there, but again, it does it. Not many bills going for this ball, actually. There's going to be a lot that goes to waste. So Illuminati, I think, very much being more efficient. Wow. Exploring each other's bases. Yeah, these deer haven't been pushed. So Illuminati should have a fairly strong lead here. In terms of economy. It has missed these sheep. Again, it's got time to do it and find them. So not too worried about that, not worried about them getting stolen. We also know Illuminati likes to steal other people's food from the last game. And are we going to see anyone click up soon? 25 bills. Italians will also get a discount on their age up. On the food cost at least. So it should be nice for a fast castle. Okay, they're just being slow about clicking up. I was wondering about that. All Illuminatis are searching, leaving the game for going for a bit more of a boost here. So that's a deliberate choice before clicking up. Interesting. We've got a war being attacked here. HD does like to do this. Just likes to set the alarm off and be annoying. Is this scout going to get chased off? Yes, it is. Oh. He bailed. He chickened out. And HD initiating the attack there on the wall probably gets what it deserves for that. A couple on gold here. That should be just fine. Yeah, everyone's aging up. A pretty similar time. We've got Illuminati, 2 villagers below, and again, all of them have researched Loom at this point. We should see markets and blacksmiths, I imagine, coming up here. We got the markets, and there's a blacksmith. Nice. How about for purple? Yeah. Yeah, really smooth. I imagine we'll see the same shortly here as well. Maybe Illuminati will sell. No, it does get the gold it needed, so it didn't have to use market in the end. Just waiting for that last building, I think, and they all go up. So again, we've got the buildings for blue. Stable, okay. Any other buildings? Blacksmith's coming up, okay. So despite going up a bit later, it's still late with those buildings. It will click up shortly though, and archery range. Okay, so we've got slightly more aggressive castle ages coming here, so they built the barracks first. So And we've actually got archers already being made. So Ethiopians, looks like they're going into crossbows. Not massively surprising. And this spearman will automatically get upgraded when they age up. And yeah, archery upgrades coming in. Blue, who was the more passive of them, playing as Portuguese, going for its great old strategy here of getting a castle up as quickly as it can, and probably going to be organ guns. Is a supervillain versus DE next? Yeah, I can run the supervillain versus DE next. I am waiting on final confirmation of Toby's civs for the Bright Spark game. So actually running the DEAI versus supervillain would be really helpful if that works out well. But this is the second game. I can't get the scores up on here for some reason. But Illuminati versus HDAI, we've got 1-0 to Illuminati so far. So this is the second of 3. Outward TCs, confident TCs from Illuminati. 1 back for each of them as well. That wolf will die. Castle? Not yet. Cyan built a couple of archers, already got Bodkin arrow in, prioritise that over crossbow, but I think crossbow will come in very shortly. Whereas green, I thought would go knights. Which again is interesting for Shu. I thought Shu would be a better archer civ. But yeah, it's got 2 stables, not producing anything with them yet. And actually it's got a load of resources, so is it saving up for Imperial Age? Like badly saving up for Imperial Age. Or maybe it's glitched out. I'm not sure. We got monks. Illuminati doing what it does best. We've got 2 monks here, we've got 5 monks here, we've got 4 monks here. And we're seeing them wandering off. They know where the relics are already because one of them is Burmese. So these relics should get snapped up really quickly. We do have the first organ gun from the Portuguese. Now, I'm trying to remember, do organ guns... Well, we'll find out shortly. I think redemption's needed to be able to convert organ guns. So actually, organ guns is a great shout. It's got a window here where he can clear up these monks before they accumulate too many. Here we go, yoink. Scouts are wandering about. Just going to see if we gain more. Ooh. Again, I think this is going to attract the organ guns shortly. And that scout will definitely attract the organ guns shortly. I like the cheeky little attack on the villagers anyway. It's idled them for a little bit. But yeah, these are massing. Meanwhile, we've got loads of crossbows. They're not doing anything. Okay, and green has picked a unit. It has decided that light cab is away. It is actually trying to go for imp. It is saving up for imp. Has to get scouts in the enemy base 101, absolutely. Any Shu players here? What's the strat if they go fast imp with light cav? Do they have decent monks? Ooh, okay. They're focusing down the ram, which is really lucky for these monks. Redemption's coming in for yellow. That ram will go down, but will the wall survive? It will. Are these organ guns going to get attracted over here? They can see the scouts. They're close enough to the wall. No, they're going to stay idle. So maybe the light cav is a counter to the monks. Maybe that's the strat there. That would make more sense. It has the res to click up. Crossbows are moving out. So do we have any siege? We do have siege from light blue. So actually, they're not prioritising the monks, though. They're prioritising the TC. That's terrible targeting. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of a commotion going on here as well. The organ guns are attacking the monks. It looks like they do have... oh no, it was a villager. Yeah, they don't have redemption yet. Meanwhile, this TC is going to go down. These vills don't have theocracy yet because they're still in Castle Age, so they're having to convert one at a time. Mangonel's doing great work though. Vill's going to go down. But Illuminati's out booming here. So Illuminati can actually take this hit and still bounce back. Really good targeting from the Rams, taking out the Mangonel. Meanwhile, what's going on here? Does wall go down? No, they changed targets. So actually, these walls still hold. Organ guns are going to do a lot of work here, but it's two Illuminatis that are focusing down here. We've got siege going on from here, first Imperial Age, and red does finally click redemption. Cavalry and traction trebs, okay. Not played against Shu that much. As Bright Spark, it's normally the archer play it goes for. It's got some nice bonuses for them. A load of conversions here, and what I find really annoying about playing against Illuminati is when your units get converted and then your units by default will prioritise the converted units rather than the monks converting them. It adds to a real snowball effect. And we can see here, Illuminati, 60 military and an extra 60 bills, and they're in on this side. The organ guns have been reduced to 2 because a load of them have been converted on this side, it seems. They're still going to get made, but I think these rams are going to gradually push, and this castle will go down to just Castle Age battering rams. More conversions. No murder holes, so actually the organ guns could have just stayed underneath. Some confident monks here, trying to convert the castle. Good light cav coming in here as well. And actually, Cyan's attack has just completely fizzled out. We can see Purple's now coming in onto the attack. It is trying to boom behind all of this. Meanwhile, the Shu, they're in Imperial Age, but they're not doing anything. They've got no military, they're just booming. I don't know if that's maybe HD just not being optimized for it. They could be going for traction treads, but they should be building or training military behind it. They have the resource. And blue here is in real trouble. At least Cyan's still making crossbows. They're not going to help, but it's making the effort. Many conversions happening here. Illuminati making use of those converted troops as well, actually idling the eco on the inside. Really nice to see. Mangonel's taking out more crossbows. And all of the Illuminatis click up. Hello, Toby! Ooh, there we go. Some nice Mangonel hits there. This is a mess. Wow. Converted trade. The market, oh, converted market. The ultimate offence. Thank you, Toby. I think we'll also run SuperVillain's game first because I think Elias asked, or at least wanted to be able to time things. So don't rush out, Toby. We'll do SuperVillain next. I will swap those around. But yeah, the ultimate insult, converting the market and then trading from it. Wow. Green really letting the side down here. Green should be disappointed. It does get Bolt Magazine, but it has no archers. It has nothing to shoot from. So many monks. We're approaching, what, just over 60 monks? We're going into white feather guards. So eventually we've switched into something, but it's too late for green. There's already conversions happening, the TC's already going down. 16 military against 131. Looking very similar to what it did in the previous game. Green going for boom, into imp, into deep, GG, absolutely. Well, maybe this is a sign actually for HD that the DLC civs haven't quite been adapted for it properly yet. Because we saw the Kitans go for unlimited pastures because it wasn't counting the pastures correctly. It was counting them as farms. And although it is able to produce some of the units here, it doesn't seem to have a strategy for Shu. It didn't seem sure what it wanted to go into. Maybe it was trying to train something, but actually the unit ID wasn't there or something. It was the wrong ID. But this is GG. I'm going to fast forward this before blue dice. And we'll see those numbers trickle down. Blue surrenders. So much purple here. Wow. Have they converted the market as well? Are they trading? Yeah, they have. There you go. They're trading enemy market for enemy market. Exceptional. Blue is dead. We should see Cyan resign now. There we go, and green should be shortly afterwards. The units at the end here, not really telling the story. 87 Hussar versus 88 crossbows, but really the story to this is the how many? 120 monks on Illuminati's side. Let's look at some stats. Okay, so, I mean, this was pretty one-sided. Green didn't do anything, so it was a 3v2 from the start. The crossbows were a real nice mass, but they targeted the TC over any military units, unfortunately, so they got taken down relatively quickly. And then the organ guns were really nice, but again, they didn't really send them out when the monks were vulnerable. And so by the time Redemption came in, they were neutralized. We can see military counts here as we got a spike here from Cyan, and then we just have a creep up as all the other units get converted. And yellow, red, and then eventually purple come in to dominate. I know before Arandi wanted the conversion counts. There you go. 351 conversions for Illuminati overall. Henry the Navigator should play water and hybrid maps. He got tricked. Yeah, fair. Walls, I need water. Army high, relatively low compared to some of the games we've seen recently. But that was all that was needed because the opponents had nothing by the end. Good trade from enemy markets or converted enemy markets. Really insulting. They got all the relics. So actually, the Burmese here being able to identify where the relics were, and then with the mass monks that were made, being able to spread out and go get them. Just added another layer where Illuminati just dominated this set. So Aleph was really confident with this group. He said, I think he referred to it as a free group, right? And particularly with HD, it's something we probably practice against a lot. So this is why he was confident. And on his picked map as well, Arena, not surprising. Yeah, really decent castle age times. HD was a little slow, really actually a little slow to get the buildings up. So it was later to get to Castle Age, but also wasn't quite ready with the buildings when it did reach Castle Age. So again, the shoe build there really needing some work, I think. And yeah, we've got a couple of castles from each. White feather guards are eventually being made, but it was Illuminati there with the monks leading the way. So we have a final set, or a final match of this set, I should say. So let's pop back to the game and see what we have. This is going to be a Rivers 3v3. So we're already on 6 players. So we'll talk about monks and hybrid maps. We also know HD's maybe a bit more optimized for these maps as well. Top map pick so far, you think, Rivers? Yeah, maybe Baltic has come up a couple of times. I suppose Arabia has as well, actually. It'll be interesting to pull the stats on those at some point. Best picks, best randoms, same with team sizes as well. Let's get AIHD here. We'll start off with Aleph's picks from that. Okay, so Aleph's picks for Rivers are Aztecs. Oh, wrong one. Lithuanians and Spanish. Again, really good monk civs, right? And all of these monasteries are going to get a boost from the Lithuanians. And if he does go into cavalry, then any relics being dropped off in Lithuanian monasteries are going to get a boost. So potential for some real good synergy from these 3 civs. But what is he going to play against? Let's find out from the wheel. What civs are we going for with HD? Bengalis. Also Aztecs, but Aztecs as a pocket. Potentially some monk wars going on for this set. Ooh, and Bohemians. Interesting setup. Bengalis, Aztecs, Bohemians. Oh, okay, exciting set. We've seen it fairly one-sided towards Illuminati. On this, we'll see if this map changes things. Maybe a naval presence will help. Let's go. And let's get these names changed while we're here. Yeah, really annoying about this, fortunately. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's causing it, but we'll continue on. Might do a bit of a Google between games to see how we get that scoreboard back up. So, for the match though, let's take a look. We've got a couple of balls over for blue. Now, normally scouting around this area is not great for most AIs, my own included. Got some geese here to be found. Balls not close to each other. These ones are a bit more spread out for the pocket. This ball has been found. Good lumber camp. Geese have been missed. Second ball. There we go. On the edge. We did see Naga in the last set try and hunt boar from the opposite side of the river. So maybe we'll see some of that. Oh, and the villager lives. How's it for Illuminati's side? We've got a boar down here. Some missed geese. We've got deer up there. But this is being pushed. One boar's already been hunted, that's why there's only one there. I think that is a boar there. Another boar over here, and actually it looks like it's been found because deer are being pushed from the outskirts. These geese have been missing, but once those geese get found, there'll be more deer to push. So lots of food here for Illuminati. Again, boar already hunted, deer being pushed. Some little Komodo dragons on the outskirts. Some geese missed there. And I think, given the food count, it's likely that Illuminati actually hunted a boar already. Yeah, I don't see another one over here. So I think he's hunted one already, because it should have 2 boars at the start. So in terms of positioning, who have we got facing off against each other? We might have some long distance teammate boar hunts, absolutely. Again, Illuminati going for loom. So we've got Bohemians versus Spanish. Are we stealing? No, we're not. We're just scouting. So yeah, we've got that. Oh, that is a horrible law. But it goes down. And we've got a bit more of a distance over here, but we have Aztecs versus Bengalis. So Bengalis, potentially elephant archers. Great if they get in early, not great if they get converted. We can also see DAI has gone for docks. So docks for all three there. No docks for Illuminati. Looks like, at the moment at least, is dedicating itself to land. Lower village count here. Not quite sure what happened. Oh, it clicked up earlier. That's why. It's a first up. Never mind. 21 vills. So it may be... Yep, there we are. Going for towers. And actually really nicely positioned if Navy come to attack. We might see a couple more towers. Red's going to be following just behind. The HDAI is going to be a bit later to feudal. But it has fishing ships, so it is getting a good food amount. Nice tower to defend the wood here. Are we going to see one from the pocket, or is the pocket going to assume that it's safe? It looks like it's going to assume that it's safe. Yeah, we're going straight into a market. Yeah, it went up a bit later, so no tower for the pocket Illuminati. Meanwhile, we've got green going up a bit late. We've got a blue scout that's wandering in into TCN Tower Fire. And the others will fast castle as well, and they just got the towers in before. Fire ships for blue. Fire ships for cyan. So actually, HDAI not scouting to see if the opponent has a dock, is just assuming that Navy will be built, and so is investing in naval military here. It's not going to do much damage to Illuminati because a lot of its units are inland. And we're not seeing any more military, so it looks like they are going for a fast castle. Green's going for a fast castle, but it looks like the others are being aggressive on the water. We have got archers being trained, but this is way too late for Illuminati. I mean, look at this. Archers are going to do nothing to this. Got another tower here as well. Illuminati is going to get to Castle Age. Yellow is going to get to Castle Age. It's clicked up already. And red getting set up, but again, eco's protected on that front. Another tower just to make sure. So this bit's slightly vulnerable, but they've got to go through the front first. So again, I think Illuminati is relatively safe on that front. Cyan and blue, they're both going for archers. So I think they have scouted the enemy as well. So they've done that, made that decision despite seeing that. I think we saw this before. Long distance berry gathering on rivers. I'm pretty sure we saw that in the Games God set. We'll see. I'll have to look back at it. Galleys. Switching into skirms as well. They might do better under the towers, but I think you need to go... You need to be getting castle. You need to be making use of these power units you're going to get. You can see that under the towers, these are going to get mopped up really quickly. I mean, if you're a human player, you're a beginner, and you've set up towers like this, watching that feels really good. So, you know, whilst it's not optimal for HDAI, the idea is you're trying to make the game fun, and being able to set up a load of fortifications and watch your little tower defense game play out can be fun. So HD has achieved that element at least. 2 TCs placed down already. We've already got a monastery down. We've got 3 TCs down here. We've already got a monastery down, and monks are being made. Relics are already being brought back, so Illuminati did a great job of scouting there. A little bit of a cheeky couple of hits from that scout, but Illuminati is relatively unscathed. Going for siege with purple. Do we have a monastery going up for purple? Okay, so it looks like Spanish siege. The Navy's getting involved now. loads of fishing there for green, long distance fishing. I mean, it'll possibly go down. It's idling some eco, but mangonels are being made. So it looks like purple is investing in siege as a priority. Over here, again, we've got the naval units being a bit of a bother. But not massively yet. But we can see units slowly massing or trickling in from Cyan. Villagers are ejected, which attracts the skirms and navy. Once they get out of range, they should retarget the tower. Fireship doing nice work there. That tower will go down. Now, if evasion's on, these might dodge the mangonel attacks, and it looks like it's making an attempt to. So it might need a few more mangonels for that to take place. Okay. Monks being produced for purple now. Fireships. Ooh. Fireships attacking. So we've got a mill on the water. So normally that can be a nice touch, actually. You can also gather from docks or drop off at docks now, so maybe that's something Illuminati might want to think about rather than the mill. But actually, units fishing over here could be a problem. All these monks are really close to the shoreline. They'll go down quite quick. One conversion. They're healing each other. 2 monks down. Another conversion. Another villager down. I think that monk dies. Does the next one die? Jaguar warriors. Hello, green. So pressure's coming in this way. Yellow has also come to reinforce purple. And the mangonels will get some hits in. And some of these ships will go down. So purple's looking safe. Maybe slightly more dicey here for red. Stream of skirms. We have some conversions happening here from red, just from the one monk though. It's yellow that seems to be massing up. And actually the village count looking pretty even. I think the it looks like purple got some damage done to them at least, which has lowered them a bit, which has evened the numbers out. Military numbers looking in favour for HDI, but most of it is trash. Trash or navy. Whereas we've got monks and siege from Illuminati, so slightly higher quality units. These mangonels are pushing, so monks and mangonels. Converted fire galley. I think still no docks. So no investment. Again, why have docks when you've got monks? That very much seems away. We do have Castle Age coming in for the others, so can they defend long enough against this before Illuminati can fully boom and get its tech upgrades? Blue's really putting the pressure down on red. Vill count is still okay. It's about the same as DEAI here, but the towers will go down. Jaguar warriors will dive under these as well, and they get more attack for each unit they kill to a certain point. So this is dangerous. Meanwhile here we've got a navy that can't reach these monks. We've got siege going to attack, and we can actually see there's some asking for help from HDAI. So we may see units trickle over here. Meanwhile, these it's a green element here in red's base that's doing the damage. I think blue, not so much. Skirms aren't really going to do anything here. Okay, these are getting upgraded. Bodkin is going to be particularly nice as well for the galleys. They're going to be able to get reach in and do more damage. And yeah, Cyan is in Castle Age, but they can't really do much about it. They are heading back, so they're reinforcing back because they're waiting to be helped. And again, things are Slightly in favour, I think, for Illuminati in terms of village accounts, but military still in favour of HD. We have siege coming in for blue. We've got a single battering ram from green, and we've also got armoured elephants coming in as well. So this could start to break red. Repaired mangonels are really good against navy. As long as you stay out of distance from the fire ships, it takes a long time to get these shot down. Science still has... they're looking pretty level in terms of village accounts on those sides. It's just the two at the back are out-booming the AI. And these conversions are just going to help as well. Ballistics would be nice for blue here. They would get quite a few more Vil kills if these shots homed in on them. These villages are being idled. Prioritising battering rams with no units on the field. Armoured elephants. Armoured elephants from blue... not armoured elephants. Elephant archers. It's also investing a lot more into fishing ships. It's got skirms. Illuminati starting to go into trade and really starting to mass monks now. First to Imperial, closely followed by green, so nice timings. Yellow's going to get scary if it gets Theocracy in. But so much damage going on here, so much converted navy. It's nice that they've got the choke point. This will stop reinforcements from going over. And it looks like the monks aren't prioritising the navy, which is interesting. When they get attacked, they start to target them. But their focus is on the destination, so actually a load of them are going to get scooped up here. And we can see the military counts are still in favour of HDAI, despite the conversions. Converted elephant archers, there we go, I did say it. We've got siege coming in from green. Converted navy. And it looks like blue's got the hint and is switching out into light cavalry to make it harder to convert. Navy's still doing a good job here, picking off monks. More of them will get converted. Some of these monks are staying out of range of fire ship range. Oh, that is a bad TC. Good, he's changed his mind. Cyan is really desperately trying to rebuild. 35 builds, it can do it. Red not taking too much damage and being reinforced by yellow here. Elite Eagle Warrior for green. Green's boosted up pretty nicely. Devotion coming in for blue is going to be slightly more difficult to convert, but that's coming in very late. All I can hear is healing sounds from monks. Why are we trying here again? I think Cyan's done. I think if it keeps going for that, it's got nowhere to build. It's being interrupted. It's out of the game there. So, can yellow protect red? Although, does red need protecting now? It's converted elephant archers. It's got 11 monks. Soon it's going to be blue that needs protecting. Yeah, 2 conversions. Bosh. Navy's going to come in. Will the Navy get converted or even targeted? Elephants go down, they're in the choke point. Okay, the Navy is now getting targeted, so they will get converted. Wow. And suddenly, we're going back in favour of Illuminati again. Village accounts well in its favour. We're going into light cav on this side. Going into light cav from blue, although a bit late. Bloodlines is in. A lot of eagles. Okay, so green is counter-attacking here, clearing out Cyan's base. That's quite a few village kills, but actually Illuminati has them to spare, so this is just military pop space for Illuminati at this stage. Siege ram. Yeah, it's going to be a lot to take down. We've still got conversions going on here. Winged Hussar. Winged Hussar. Ooh, that's a lot of conversions. Meanwhile, blue seems to have stabilised down here. I'll say that. There's just two lone siege ramps. Elephant archers, not the way to deal with this. No villager defense. Even this armored elephant would have done a good job. Okay, it's just cap map for this. So it looks like the battle's being lost on the north side. Some counter-attacks happening on this side. Folks, are we going to see it? Supremacy. Are we going to see a Bambi-style switch as villagers all move forward? Or is this more for defense? Okay, there's a fair few moving forward. They don't look like they've got their boxing gloves on. It looks like they're long-distance mining. Okay, so they're just for defense. They're not trying to... Illuminati's not going to be attacking with villagers anytime soon, it seems. But that is really inefficient. So potentially a slowdown of gold for Illuminati. Blue and green still doing a good job actually on pushing this side. Cyan is basically wiped off the map. It's a 3v2. HDAI building up a load of military though, and the long distance mining may cripple purple, a bit for them to get ground. We have a second one going into Imperial Age. Men at Arms. Okay. Maybe to counter the eagles. Yeah, long swords. Okay, stream categories not set to AoE 2. I thought I had set it to that. Clearly I must have unclicked it somewhere. I'll have a look at the end of this game because it looks like we're going to be wrapping up with this one soon. Here we go. We should see... we've got the research coming in for infantry upgrades. We're seeing two-handed swordsmen being trained for purple, so it does look like it's in response. Oh, and the converted mining cap will be a big help if they can convert these. That'd be great. Converting the archery ranges. But yeah, two-handed swordsmen are going to be help against these eagles. Green is switching out into... It's got a couple of obelisks, not many. Fast fire ship. So again, still investing in navy. Military levels still pretty equal. Siege elephant coming in. So actually, yeah, blue hits Imperial and is actually making use of it. Elite Jaguar warriors from green still coming in. So Elite Jaguar warriors will then tidy up the new two-handed swordsmen that are coming in. So actually not over yet. Interesting. Illuminati. So red doesn't really have much military at all. It's boomed well. So actually, it's yellow that seems to be holding the team together. And we've got a steady stream from both green and blue. It looks like they're switching into trash though. They do have gold. It looks like they're using their gold for Navy and Siege. Oh, this is... Okay, so yellow found a path over to green, who has been constantly sending reinforcements over to Cyan. Is that a dock or a harbour? Looks different. I don't think it'll be for either of them, right? Because none of these get harbours. Castle doing a lot of work here. The trade seems to be set up quite well for these trades not being under attack, units being prioritised. Yellow really getting stuck in there with the military, and green, you can see, is being whittled away. Purple asserting dominance on Cyan's old island. And the military count now is steadily going into Illuminati's favour. This felt like it was a closer game. I thought the Eagles were a really nice call from green. It was a good push on red. I think Cyan actually just didn't rebuild, so it went down quicker than maybe it should have done. Because I think green and blue working together could have continued pressure on red if Cyan held. But I think this is the best performance of HD in this set. Still spamming troops. 8 stables. Purple's coming in onto to green as well now. Cyan not surrendered. It can't win. Maybe it's trying to sling resources or gather enough to sling. Maybe it'll wait for its allies to die. But yeah, still steady economy for blue. It seems that green is taking the brunt of it. But green has rebuilt military again, actually. Meanwhile, behind all of this, red has had time to rebuild. So 140 eco, is getting a bit of a military, and is going up to Imperial Age. So actually red recovering here should turn the tide of battle into Illuminati's favour. Fast fires there. We now have Latus. +6, so I think that's 2 relics. With all the upgrades. Oh, not +6. +4. So, sorry. It only gets +2 from Blast Furnace, so +4 overall, it seems. Yellow and red working together here. Jaguar Warrior is being produced as well by Illuminati. We still have more monks. We've got pikes coming in as well to counter any light cav coming through. So now it's blue that's whittling down. Purple's still putting the pressure on green. Green holding pikes and eagles, and then the odd Jaguar Warrior. Although, again, with its attention divided between these two. Cannon Galleon? I don't know where are they? Maybe they're garrisoned because it's not taking me to them. There we go. I'm not sure. Leaf, this is game 3 of set 1. Capture Aid seems to be playing up a little bit. It won't show the scores, but at the moment it's 2-0 to Illuminati. So this is the random map that has been rolled for both. Again, the Navy actually from HD probably doing the most. So Illuminati mopping up. Yeah, if anyone has an idea of what might be going on with that scoreboard, I mean, I will look it up between this match. But yeah, if there's anything that you've experienced before with why it's not showing up, I'd be happy to hear how to get it fixed. Nice. Yeah, really good raids. And at this point, I think we can speed it up. We've got clear domination here coming from Illuminati. The trade hasn't been taken out yet. That is going to be the majority of this eco. But we can see them gradually taking over 2/3 of the map. So now it's building forward mining camps as well. Really nice. Yeah, an absolute stomp by Illuminati here. This was the closest game, I think, of the set. But yeah, just really tidy builds on both Arabia and Arena. So you can see Alif's been putting a lot of work in to make sure that particularly those pockets actually play really well. Before I go looking at a dashboard, let's look at some stats. So we've got 246 Wing Khazar versus 150 Pikemen. And as you can see, it was Cyan and Red initially both getting squeezed on each side, but Red was able to recover. Cyan was not. I was trying to build a TC on the enemy side of the map, and just never was in a position where it could rebuild. Whereas Illuminati got the help when it needed and expanded out on its own island in the right way. So really nice touch. In terms of military count, yeah, Lithuanians went crazy towards the end of that. And yeah, I thought Aztecs did really well actually as pockets. Bengalis got devotion a bit too late, so a load of their elephant archers got converted. They then did switch into light cav, so they managed to hold a bit more. And unfortunately, Bohemians never really got a look in. Oh, and conversions, should say for this set. A load of conversions this one. 336 conversions. Yeah, till units. Whoop. But yeah, a lot of conversions there. And mostly green units getting converted, which makes sense. Loads of trade for Illuminati. We did see that at the end. Scoops up the relics again. 4 relics. I don't know if that was done by design. We didn't catch if the teammates were dropping these off in the Lithuanian monasteries, but getting 4 is absolutely perfect for Lithuanians. So really nice. And actually, blue and green not too far behind on resources gathered. Good castle age times for the pockets. Really good here for Lithuanians. 15 minutes 43. Particularly nice. A lot of food on that island. Made use of it. And these going feudal didn't quite pay off. Didn't really have anything to answer against those towers. But the fishing ships were a good addition. I think that then allowed them to springboard a bit when they went into Castle Age, particularly blue. It actually put up a really good front. And you saw no commitment at all from Illuminati on water, so it was full land dedication for that set. So let's return. Yeah, I do want to check these settings if that's okay. So heading over here to casting, we are going to get a 3-0 for Illuminati. I just saw a message there from Elias. Yeah, I'm going to try and plan if I can do it. I'd like to run SuperVillain in stealth mode so it just doesn't give away its strat straight away, just so people can keep guessing. That's the plan. If it doesn't work, we'll just use the base version. But yeah, all part of the pack, so no worries. Yeah, I don't have anything hidden on here. So no high score dots. Maybe if I tick them and untick them. No. You see the message above disable scoreboard. Oh, it's in the colors here. Do I reset that? Okay, now I've disabled it. We'll enable it again. So yeah, something's going wrong there. I'm not quite sure what. I'm glad that you're happy with the draft you ended up with there, Elias. Yeah, I don't know, maybe when we change teams it might help, but yeah, it seems to be pretty consistently going wrong, so I might just need to... Illuminati's already in Capture Age, yeah, but not in the base game, or obviously on this display. So yeah, something weird's happening with Capture Age, I think. But yeah, not much I think it can do. Do HD colors match the players? Yeah, they do. It's just the Illuminati ones. I don't know if I change that. Does it change the colors? No. Yeah, all really weird. I can do that off stream though. So we'll just have no scoreboard for this session, it seems. Okay. What I'm going to do is have just a couple of minutes break, just quickly get a drink before we set up the next game, and I'll also have a look at the labeling that you mentioned, or that prompt you mentioned, to change category. So just give me a couple of minutes to do that. We'll then go into, because Elias wanted to be around for the stream, we'll get SuperVillain versus Definitive Edition AI up and running. We've got a great set, good mix going on for this one. And then with the time remaining, we'll then go into Brightspark versus the Conqueror to finish up the day. But yes, I'll be just 5 minutes, just while I make sure I'm staying hydrated and get that set. Back in a moment. Okay, and I'm back. So what I just wanted to point out as well is, let's bring the chat back up here. I think we have our first elimination of the tournament as well. So with Illuminati winning all three of those sets, we actually have only one win for HDAI. So with that all in total, HDAI can't possibly, it's got no more games left. It can't possibly win. So GamesGod automatically, just off that 3-0 loss there against Illuminati, GamesGod will get through to the quarterfinals on that, which is which is great for him. So actually, the next game with Illuminati versus GamesGod is just going to be a decider as to who makes the top of that bracket. So both. It's an opportunity for both of them to have a bit of an experiment and know that neither are going to get eliminated. So really nice for both of them there. So, SuperVillain versus Definitive Edition AI. Let's bring up the draft for that one. So in this one, we had, again, just looking up the bans that we had for that one. So we had Team Islands was banned from Elias's side, and it was a random roll for Definitive Edition AI. I haven't got it right in front of me. I'll have to look back at the recording I did. I think it was Michi that was banned from Definitive Edition AI. And then Definitive Edition AI rolled Yucatan for its pick. And Elias decided to go for a 1v1 on that map. Then Elias voted for Land Nomad for his pick, which Definitive Edition AI rolled 1v1. And then random roll for the map and Civ was Baltic 4v4 for that one. So we're going to see Yucatan, Land Nomad, and then a 4v4 on Baltic. So yeah, good for SuperVillain there for a couple of 1v1s. And yes, always nice to be left with AIs with active scripters, absolutely. So can the SuperVillain do it? So we're starting with Yucatan 1v1. We'll scroll down to the bottom. So it's a tiny map, 2-player, DE AI this time. And I'm selecting this one here. So this is a request from Elias. All this does is it hides or it changes the name of the supervillain so it doesn't say outright what strategy it's going for. So it's just a way to keep us guessing a little bit. It doesn't change it doesn't change the actually what supervillain will do. In terms of Civ picks for this one, we had picks from Elias. So Yucatan pick was Bohemians. And yeah, he's got a slight random roll on which supervillain personality gets this. We also need to roll for definitive edition. Which is why I labelled it that. We reveal all of our previously rolled civs. So definitive edition AI is going to play as the Burgundians. Wouldn't be my first pick for Yucatan. I've seen Naga play with it well, and the general, but it's not really something I would say is an immediate rush. It can do Flemish militia now, so there is that. So we'll see what it does with it. How are you feeling about that pick, Elias? I'm going to hit go just for anyone who doesn't want to see Supervillain's personality. I don't know whether it hides the name straight away or whether the name flashes for a brief second and then overwrites it. So if you don't want to know what strategy Supervillain's going for, you might want to look away for a brief second while the name initially pops up. But we'll see what happens. And also, we never know what's going to happen with Capture Age, whether it will keep the old name. So there we go. I think 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Let's bring up Capture Age. Okay, so let's change the names. Supervillain, Secret Personality. We'll just change that down to Supervillain. Oh, that was easy. And their score's back. So something about the name in the last one. Yeah, I thought the Secret Personality overwrote the name to just the Supervillain, which has so I wasn't sure if it would initially change and then change back. So I just wanted to double check on that. Zoom out, not zoom across. So for Definitive Edition AI, we have a load of geese that's hopefully about to get scouted. We've got deer on the side. Oh, they're not going to get scouted. But there's loads of food going around here. We've got a couple of geese that are scouting, so a nice addition there. We've got a load of boar on the corners of the map. The edge of the map here might be particularly bad for DE because if it scouts in a square or circle, it might not actually go to the edge. It might think that it's outside of the range, so it may not make the most of those boar. Man, there's a lot of boar on this map. Meanwhile, Supervillain looking over here, loads of geese being gathered over here. We've got deer. We've got a boar from these 3 that have already been hunted. We've got another 3 over here, so we're not going to be stuck for food. Yeah, loads of geese have already been found. Yeah, looking good. Maybe turn on the fog of war. It's a very boring map. Let's see. Combined fog. There you go. So we can see Supervillain, I think, scouting what it needs to. DAI bringing resources there. Supervillain ahead in terms of resources gathered. Of course, the Burgundians can get eco bonuses early, so we'll see when it decides to get those. Loom has already been researched. So, and it did find the balls on the left. You're absolutely right. I think, Elias, you were saying about Uranu is the one that you were hoping for. Is Iranu? I think I saw you doing a couple of posts about it. Is this your phosphor rush that you're working on? Be good to see a new personality in action. It's a secret. Who knows? I mean, I would say with Bohemians, probably not a typical pick, but I think Gunther, which is the infantry, so the men-at-arms rush, I think would be good here as well. It'll be also interesting to see if Definitive Edition AI goes for producing Flemish militia in Feudal Age, because that is a thing now. I know there's been a load of tweaks, so I don't know how effective it is. Okay, it's phosphor inspired, Ranu, so it'll have the supervillain spin on it. Supervillain, of course, very quickly becoming well known for all-in strats. We've got an amazing scout rush that can end up to 12 stable feudal scouts. We've got Colleone, which is great, particularly with Sicilians, with the extra resistance to bonus damage, which does good mix of trash. And we've got Gunther, the infantry led. So we'll see what this fourth personality has in store. Long distance deer hunting over here. Again, I mean, there's loads of food to spare, so it doesn't necessarily matter too much about the wastage, but it's just gathering a bit slower. And you can see here the Burgundians are catching up in terms of res collected. Both will be hitting Feudal Age at exactly a couple of seconds off, but pretty much exactly the same time. With Burgundians being 3 seconds behind just because of those 3 seconds of idle TC. So it's very close. Wow, there it is. Fast Castle. It's happening. Meanwhile, what's the AI doing? It went for wheelbarrow. No buildings. No feudal rush. I'll leave as is for now, but okay, so it's going for scouts. But Supervillain is already on his way to Castle Age. You're not going to mass enough scouts in time. Whatever build you've got, this is happening. This is happening right now. That build is going to happen unless something dramatically goes wrong with the stone gathering. The castle's going to get placed. Oh, you had the food. Just not enough dedicated to gathering wood, it seems. Or spent it on too many gathering buildings. This would be a good opponent for Mangadai, I agree. Particularly Hussite Wagon as well. And in about 14 minutes, with 2 seconds idle TC time, we're Castle Age. That is fast. Nice one. And the castle goes down on the gold. Loads of villagers building it. DEI switching into all sorts. It's going for skirms. It's going for archers. It's got 5 scouts. The scouts are moving forward. That castle's going up. There's no way they deny that. Unless he abandons it the moment he gets hit. No, the castle... The timing was excellent. Now, in theory, these scouts could just take this castle down. It would take about 20 years. but without murder holes, they could pick it up. Wow, and the first Hussite wagon's out. Villager production very low, 4 on food. The rest on wood and gold, and the Hussite wagon already charging forward. I get the feeling this is going to be over quickly. We've seen great things done by Gladiator with similar things with elephants. The tech difference is just, and Hussite wagons. There's no answer to that in Feudal Age, unless you target the houses first over the units. So actually, if Definitive Edition AI just stays passive and then goes Castle Age into Knights, then we could still have a game on our hands. DAI is rushing up. It's still 2.5 minutes away. What damage can the Supervillain do here? 4 Hussite wagons, 5 on the field already, 4 military, 4 Definitive Edition AI is off gold. So your Burgundians, you hit Castle Age, you have a stable, so it's Knights, isn't it? Knights is the only answer to this. And you've got to mass a couple of them as well to be able to take these on quickly. Maybe a siege workshop, Mangonel. Phil's getting attack bonus against these as well. Potentially that could do the job. I suppose with the steady stream of them though, your eco is just being halted if you do that. Because what, it's how many hits for a Vil to die to this? We're going to see shortly. Cavalier. Cavalier's the answer to this. Burgundians. So much idle eco though, it's all under the TC. Really nice surround here as well by the Supervillain. One shot down by the TC, but still 8 on there. Going Mangonels as well. But there's no gold. So Cavalier's been researched, but there's... Unless it sells, which it doesn't have a market. So... Oh, it does. So it could sell food or stone to get the Knights out. But it's not going to. And I think 22 minutes game time. I think this is GG. It did something with the stone. It tried to build another TC. DAI. Old habits die hard. Yeah, so it all depends on what projectile hits it. So it's about 10 damage. We should have Mangonels coming in soon. Again, just going to let Elias enjoy this. I know this is looking over, but first time seeing the build. Good to get a view of it. And yeah, we're going to see all of these gather in. Wow. I think the TC goes up, but very painfully. Oh, it doesn't. It gets cancelled. Some manual cancellation there. Wow. And there it is. Excellent work. Great first game. And this wasn't Elias's map either. He picked the 1v1, but this was rolled by DE. His map is next. And I'm going to speed this up so we can get to the stats. Wow. Spiteful DEAI, no surrendering. Yeah, Leaf, in the play all three, the randomized map will always go last. When it comes to I'll double check with the best of 5. I think we tried to do it so that again random maps go last. The only time the random map doesn't go last is if both players have picked the same map that they want to play, and there in that situation we get 2 random maps where each player picks the team size for one of them, and we would play the 2 random maps first for that. Oh, DEO doesn't resign. Okay, good to know. 23 Hussite wagons in total in the end against 5 Scout Cavalry, and I think that is the story of this game pretty neatly. Amazing castle age time. Castle came up just as the scouts were in the base. DEO was a little slow. I think the attack could have come a little sooner. And interrupted, if not stopped, the castle. But it didn't. Castle went up at perfect time, and it was already won at that point. There's no answer for it. Again, decent eco. A bit of long-range hunting towards the end of Feudal Age. But it got the job done. And then, yeah, immediately DE's AI was eco was idled, particularly around gold, so no knights to answer despite researching Cavalier. 1402. So you're building a fast castle AI, that's the time to beat now. We've seen 16 minutes, 17 minutes. Not seen anything that quick, and it's not even getting boosts. Hoping for Goss on Land Nomad. Okay. See what happens. So let's actually see what happens. So let's go switch our view. Back to the game. He says closing the many windows he has open. So yeah, Capture didn't quite capture the name change, but thankfully it didn't change it either to the personality. So I think we're good on that front. So our second game is on Land Nomad. And I believe, as Elias said, you were referring to your Goths pick for Land Nomad, and you were hoping for Gunther for the Goth personality. It's not facing against me, it's facing against Definitive Edition AI. But we're 1-0 up already, so great start. We need to roll for Definitive AI's Civ. Is there any Civs that you're not hoping, or that you're hoping DEA doesn't get from that? Just do a bit of a shuffle and we will roll. Jershins. Interesting. Now, we know HD seems to struggle with some of the latest DLC civs, but I'd be surprised if Extreme AI doesn't. Extreme AI should play them well. So let's see. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so you can change the colors and mute them a bit, but you have to change every single one. And I don't have the hours to do it. I may be able to change it for the next set. Who knows? For the next round. Jershins we want. Land Nomad, Tiny, 2-player. All good here. I think we're all set. Let's go. Let's change it to Capture Age. Do a bit of a name change. Immediately, okay. Immediately, DEAI is built. So I will come to changing the names in a moment, but I think this moment is important. Okay. They're quite close. Will we see Grenadiers from DE? I think we might see Cav Archers, right? Cav Archers or Lancers? Oh no, spoiler alert. It's going fast castle when it's that close. So if the supervillain ends up going for anything feudal rushy, which, let's face it, assuming all things were equal, it's a 75% chance of doing it, then he's all good. DAI was player 1, so this is supervillain here. It's 1-0 to supervillain. Great to have the score back. Hold on, Jershins don't have knights. Maybe it's substituted knights for step lancers. It lied. It's like a soldier saying that he was going for a drush when he went for navy. So let's look at these locations. We've got boar and food here. So DEAI is looking at a pretty good spot. Gold and stone nearby. Took a little longer for supervillain to find somewhere, so I'm guessing that he was doing that with some purpose. We've got food under here. We have got a boar. We do have stone. We've got gold on the outskirts here. If we find the gold and stone here, we'll get a bit more food. But I think... Okay, we've got a few things to scout around here. It looks to me like there's going to be a bit of a delay on any initial attack anyway to get the farming eco up and running. So we'll see what happens there. Thankfully, Goths get a bit more food from Hunt, so that will help. But DAI is having most of the hunt here. Ooh. The ball will go down. The ball should go down. The ball does go down. A lot of damage done. Wow. So yeah. There we go. Okay, we're not bothering to wait for wait for feudal. We are going for a drush. Gunther or Corleone? Gunther, right? Corleone doesn't go men at arms, right? As an opening. The deer has been milled. It's gonna. Okay, he's pushing. He's pushing the deer. That is amazing. Yoink. That is Gunther, and that is DE pathing right there. Okay, gained a little bit. We got an idle villager for DEI. Interesting. So maybe it's using DUC, or the gatherer percentages aren't working. We've got some glitchy villagers here as well. They're being called to hunt and go back somewhere as well. They are sorting that out. Yeah, interesting Idleville. Unlike DE. DE very clearly has a villager lead. Gunther is struggling for food, so he's now having to switch out into farms. He's going to try and steal this food down here as well. And DEI is also switching into farms. Neither's anywhere near from hitting feudal age. Gunther has found a load of... So actually, yeah, the militia are doing a good job here, but I think these get converted. Well-timed drop-off. Gunther, you are lucky, my friend. Long distance boar gather, but this boar has also been spotted. So that will get a good load of food in. Res collected, massively in favour of DEI. Reminder that Jurchen's food don't decay. And it's doing a bit of a house wall as well, it seems. You are walling the wrong way, my friend. He's over here. More goats. And actually, again, still nowhere near feudal. And it's only the 2 men-at-arms. Sorry, 2 militia. Keep going men-at-arms there. So nowhere near feudal, but gradually building up farms. Has now got a load of goats. So actually, and this is all being pushed, so we should find that SuperVillain will age up. Or, has he needs to get going. But this is massive. This difference here. DEI looking a lot more stable from an eco point of view. It is also going for apparently knights, so it's going to try and fast castle. So that's going to buy SuperVillain time, even if he is a bit slower going up. Got another ball going, and I think that ball will do it. That will get him what he needs to hit feudal. Probably not long after DEI clicks up, because I imagine DEI is about to click up. Yeah, it's dropping off some hunt. That'll do it. Yeah, you've done really well to get the food you needed there. Really good scouting, actually. Was that using explore groups, Elias, or was that DUC scouting you've done for that? It looked like default scouting. Immortal, I didn't know you were in this tournament. What's going on? Got a bit of a vandal here, smashing up the mill. Only 25 seconds behind on feudal. We got another men-at-arms, or another militia that's been made. Not bothering the villager population yet. The villagers are loomed as well, so they can take a fight against these if one starts. Explore groups, nice. So, it's aged up. We think it's going fast castle. Oh, the villagers are not attacking. Oh, aggressive vills. Gunther goes, don't build in my base. And DEI goes, it's not your base, it's mine. This is carnage. 1 Vill goes down, 2 go down, Men-at-Arms comes in. That's 3 Vills down. 4. 5. And suddenly, SuperVillain has a Vill lead. Those Vills weren't on offense mode, it seems. We're going to lose the 6th villager. No, she gets away. We got archers being produced. Maybe a little too late. It's getting the food it needs for Castle Age, but it needs to mass up those archers. Now, Gunther is stalling out a little bit. He is getting food in, but maybe it's saving up for blacksmith upgrades. But it's not producing any more men-at-arms. Then maybe he too is trying to go to Castle Age. Yeah, he's trying to get the military upgrades. Managed to get in another deer. Another boar even. Particularly nice. So he will keep that food production going. Villager numbers are almost level. Okay, the villagers are fighting back now. Ooh, don't... You want to prioritise that archer. Okay, these men-at-arms are getting cleared up. Yeah, I think both of them are in each other's town size, which is why we saw the aggressive villagers from Gunther. It might have been a anti-tower script coming in. Wow, I never found these goats. We're switching into skirms for Gunther. Really nice move. The AI might also switch into skirm shortly. Fletching is going to come in. That will be nice. That will keep a bit of an advantage as well, even over the skirms. Because they are being microed with DUC, you can see here. Men-at-arms down. Skirmishes on the way. Nice upgrades. Again, it's going to do more damage to Vills. And D is idle. Now, I've seen this position a lot with Bright Spark. D can be quite hard to contain. So we'll see if SuperVillain can do it. Because D does not rest on its laurels while being raided like this. Wow. Some more goats, but it's a bit late. Villagers mob down there and men-at-arms. Gunther gained some nice upgrades in here. Committing to feudal, which I think is okay for now, but Castle Age is coming in. What is the answer for DE here? Doesn't have the wood for a stable. So is it not Cav Archer? It was going to try and go quote-unquote Knights, but it's probably going to be Step Lancer. Step Lancer would clear a lot of this up, but it needs a stable. It might be able to go crossbow. It might be able to switch into crossbow with that res. That could potentially give it a bit of an advantage against the skirms. We're equal numbers. Gunther is saving up for Castle Age. Great to see. Does Gunther have a market yet? Because it could buy food to go up. It doesn't. But it has stolen some goats. Ah, this is bad timing. Could have waited. Bodkin Arrow is the upgrade of choice. More goats coming in, that will help. Yeah, wood upgrade, decent. We've got more archers being made, and actually if it outproduces Gunther here, we could see a bit of a counter-attack. Wow. if I just do what they do, no one will notice me. Look guys, free food if you help out. Crossbows in. It's 2 military versus 3, and SuperVillain is the one with the eco advantage. He's gathered, he's picked up on the resources collected as well. So actually the idle time done wonders. Amazing that these goats have not been found yet. We've got a little collection of crossbows. They should outrange the skirms. We'll see if SuperVillain gets Bodkin straight away. But yeah, at the moment these crossbows are clearing up, and I think Gunther's potentially in a fragile position, because if his eco gets idled, will he recover? We're seeing the units on stone being taken off. Looks like he's trying to get a castle. Well, he's trying to save for a castle. We're going into skirms, which is a good shout. Oh, but we're not. We don't have Bodkin. And Fugilate skirms are not going to do it. They're going to get... He's getting out-teched. There's a manual lumber camp placement there. And the villager lead slowly creeping back towards DEAI's favour. Knights. I thought that was Jurchen's then. Had a double take. I was like, Jurchen Knights? No. Gunther's going for Knights. It's a bit of a mix. These are all unupgraded. So I think the ball of crossbows, unless the Knights do raiding instead, which they are going to do, you're not going to be able to take on these crossbows head on. But they are going to be able to take on these vills. Another vill down. Again, it's going to even out the eco. We've got Knights steadily going down here. It's a really nice path, and it's forcing the crossbows to retreat. These will dive under the TC. And it's an even game. But to counter that, DEI is going Fire Lancers. So it's going to try and counter there. We have 2 TCs for DEI, so it is going to start steadily trying to creep ahead with villager counts. We have more barracks, so we're leaning more into Fire Lancer, and instead of crossbows now we're going into Cab Archer. And we're seeing the military lead here for DEI steadily increasing. Knights are keeping the villager population steady, not reducing it, but keeping it steady. But these will get mopped up. Bodkin Arrow finally coming in for Gunther. That may help those skirms. Ooh. That was a glitchy skirm there. The castle goes up. Is he going to get denied? No. It's being forced up. That is the right call there. That is a great place for the castle as well. Stop those attacks on that side, but the crossbows are in here. They may retreat. Good tower, by the way. That's nice. So, are we going to see Huskars from that castle? 15-3 in terms of military. DEI is going to need some siege to progress further on that side, or it can, if it's smart enough, it'll walk around the side. If the crossbows mass around here, they can probably stop this wood line. Also interesting, Gunther's not doing anything. It's idled his Vil production. It's got 1 skirm going. It's got loads of resources here. So it looks like he's idling to try and get to Imperial Age with 49 Vils. And I don't know... Oh no, it is going for Goss now. I'm not sure what that little hiccup was, whether it's got escrowed resources, but it could have done with spending those. Thankfully, DEI has been holding back. nice. You should see that this archery range goes down. Huskars are a great shout here. Can he mass enough to deal with the death ball of crossbows? Trickling them in is not going to do it. They are going to get shot down still. Wow, they take a lot of shots though. A lot of shots. I stand corrected. Actually, only a few of them might be able to take the death ball. Meanwhile, 3 TC boom behind us. More knights coming in from Gunther. Yeah, retreating to the TC is nice. These skirms really need upgrading. But Gunther's going for a second castle. It goes to the back, but it all protects some of its eco. So it's going to go for 2 castle Huskar production. It's got a siege workshop, so again a mangonel actually would be really nice here. We've got grenadiers. You can see them here. Grenadiers and fire lancers. Fire lancers will clean up the trash. I don't know how fire lancers do against Huskars. They seem to be trading okay with them. Friendly fire from the grenadiers. But great to see those units there. Military scores levelling out, but villager score very much in favour of the DEAI. Huskars under the TC. We've got conversions happening as well, converted Huskars. Loads of houses being built for DEAI, trying to get that population space. Ooh, that is a risky mining camp. Great that it's making use of the resources, but if you get spotted, that is potential damage to the gold eco. Again, up here as well, a bit of a cheeky one, but it is on the outskirts of the castle, so I quite like that. Stables. We are gradually switching into, I would imagine, Stepmancer. Huskars go down. SuperVillain down to 5 military. So again, it seems to be saving up or escrowing. It seems to be heavily going into monks. The market. And a university. Those monks will get shot down. We're going back into Huskars again, so it looks like it's released the escrow. A 3rd castle for SuperVillain, and it's the castle's keeping him in here. Oof, but we have Imperial Age. 103 vills. Imperial Age on the way for Definitive Edition AI. Okay, we've got grenadiers coming under the TC now. No military. Totally idling. No market yet. So nothing to stabilise the Seeker at the moment. We've got a load of gold. Really need food in. We could have 3 castle Huskar production to counter this. D has a load of stone miners, but not a stone mine. Maybe it's gathering it from a TC somewhere. I'm not sure. Units wandering out here, and oh, this is painful. Bottom left. There they are. Long distance gold mine, stone mining towards TC. This castle's going to go down. Scorpions. SuperVillain's going into everything now, but it's a market, I think. Market would be needed here. Castle and Trebs from the Definitive Edition. We are seeing castles on here. We may not even need the Trebs. Military here has been taken out. So Gunther has a bit of breathing space. But with a fully boomed DEAI, we all know how this can end. And apparently one of those endings is rocket carts. Elite Iron Pagodas. Not going for trebuchets. I think we've seen a bit of every unit here from Gunther, trying to counter the monks. But yeah, I think in this case, really nice start from Gunther. I think it was the eco distribution specifically, and making sure it's being spent in Castle Age. I think with the resources you have and them all being used, I think you have D in this game. There we go. We've got capped ram, and then the trebuchets are going to start coming. We're starting to spam light cavalry, 6 stable light cavalry. We're getting to a final imp form. We're getting all of the upgrades coming through now. Rocket carts. Yeah, I think spending res, but also there was a load of gold. Still is a load of gold. So maybe it's a market thing, because you could buy yourself a lot of stuff here. And we can speed this up as the AI will take this win. No surrender from the supervillain. If I stay here, they won't find me. GG. Exciting to see a land nomad pick as well. Particularly enjoyed that. Yeah, a real threat there from the supervillain. But I think the Castle Age there, Castle Age resource spending, I think, as Leaf said it, I think will allow it to maintain that pressure on the DEI. But and yeah, DEI turns out knows how to use Jurchens pretty well, despite lying about its strategy. So statistics. So yeah, you can see some really nice initial raids there in early feudal, and then as Castle Age hit, good night raids, but then I think production just stopped at a couple of periods where it allowed DEI to peak. We can probably see that in the military as well. There we go. Yeah. But it was able to counter. And again, took another dip. Well, maybe it was saving for something. Eco was pretty decent, actually. As in, like, partway through, as in it caught up. It idled a lot, or lost a lot, I think, early game. But once you found all those goats, you were fine. So the scouting was fantastic to get Gunther stabilized. I was really worried at the start with the lack of food and gold, but yeah, scouting and well-placed camps, really good. I really liked it. Good collection of relics as well. And all things considered, given the map, good times. And yeah, DAI reaching its final boom state. So really hard to beat. So we are at 1-1. Let's see it. We had 2-1 to Definitive Edition AI against Naga. So at the moment we've got 3 wins for Definitive Edition AI. What that means is for DEAI, there's no way now that it can get immediately eliminated. At the very least, it gets to play a playoff. So this is assuming that SuperVillain wins this next game. DEI will potentially be banished to playoffs, but it's stabilized itself. Whereas if DEI wins this next one, it guarantees to make it to the quarterfinal. So big game for DEI, and for anyone who doesn't want to face DEI in the next quarterfinal. So let's get this last game set up for this set. Let's go to the game and so this last set's just going to get SuperVillain's picks for this one. If Discord loads. Four v 4 Baltic. Yeah, go for it, Randy. If you can also ping those to me on Discord, that would be great. Just because if it gets lost in the messages, I'll be able to check Discord really easily. Thank you. Yeah, for Bright Spark and the Conquerors games, we locked in their picks to Arandi. So even if they get sent to me now, I can't change them, and Arandi knows what they are. 8 players. SuperVillain is player number 2. We'll go with the secret personalities. I kind of hope here that we'll get one of each. That would be really nice. See how they all work together. 4 all-in personalities giving all they've got against the AI. Are there any other sets happening? We've got Bright Spark versus a Conqueror. Would be the next one, and that's it. If we find that loads of people drop off and Toby isn't still around, I'm happy to delay that, but I think Toby's expecting this session, that match to happen today, so we can. I'm planning to run it. Okay, so we've got our 4 AIs of each, and then for SuperVillain's picks, we have, and maybe we will get a mix, Sicilians, Portuguese, Saracens, and Koreans. So good mix there. Descriptors pick their flank pocket Civ position. Yes, so in the order they give it to me, that's the order I put them in here. So yeah, I've just gone ahead and done them in order. And team positions is on. We now need to roll for DEAI. Avert your eyes, Leaf. And we've already got our civs rolling from here, so we should be all good to go. We want 4 civs from this one. Huns. Armenians might be a good pick for a hybrid map. Oh, I thought it was going to be Koreans as well, but it's the Wu. And Goths. Good mix of civs there. Let's put those into the game. So that was Huns. He says immediately forgetting. So that was Huns, Armenians, Wu, and Goths. Goths are already selected. Excellent. Thank you, Randy. I've got the message. All good. So we're all set to run that game if needed. Cool. Everything's set up on this side. We've got 4v4, 8 players. Speed max. We're on Baltic. I think we're good to go. Okay. Let's get our name sorted out first. Oh, it's doing that weird thing again. Yeah, it all seems to be locked in here. It's weird. Maybe it's when the team size changes or something. But we lost the scoreboard. It's 1-1 for anyone watching this. And if DAI wins this, it guarantees to make it through to the quarterfinals, out of the group stage. If SuperVillain wins this, then it's all to play for all players. I will attempt to grush. Okay, I'm having a moment. Grush. Like Grenadier Rush? I don't know. Galley Rush. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, looking at Baltic here, we've got resources gathered out. We've got a scouting goose. We've got a long distance ball law there from the DEAI. Let's actually change that as well, because that'll be annoying. There we go. Mule carts. Mule cart built but not being used. Might get used again after the straggler trees have been done. That ball has been scouted. We're about to find... We don't find these. Interesting. Loom coming in for a couple of the supervillains. Looks like they were just short on food. More ball coming in. Scouting goose and sheep, pig. Some pigs not scouted yet. Where is Grey's scout? They are wandering around, so they might get it. Okay, so they're still patrolling. SuperVillain already hunted his boar. He's got another one over here. Let's get the combined fog of war on. Hasn't scouted that boar yet. The shadows under the trees look creepy. It's a little scary. Long distance wood gathering. Okay. We could build a lumber camp, but we are optimizing. We're going for a mining camp. What's the play here? Man at arms rush. Optimizing gold. Yeah, we're going for militia. Okay. It seems we have two gunters, maybe? 3 gunters. Saracen seems to be doing something different. They haven't gone for a barracks. They've gone for a lumber camp. They are going for the food. We've got 4 fishing ships over here. So DAI very much going into water for this. Are we going to see the supervillain go for water or fully invest in land? I don't see any docks yet. No docks. So it looks like it's going to be full land investment or delayed water investment here. Delayed ball, but they did get it. So we're going to see this side is going to get feudal age first, and then we're going to see this side hit feudal age first for DEI. Then the 2 pockets are going to be there. Weird enough that this flank is the slowest on this team to feudal age. More understandable that this one is delayed, green. But a load of fishing ships there, and we're seeing actually all of the DEIs are getting ready for Castle Age. What have we got going on here? We got a little bit of attacking here. Some men at arms or militia coming through here. Okay, so an early attack could do well. Got 6 militia from red. They are spread out though, it looks like they're still scouting. Arson? These personalities are not optimized, it said. Okay, so we've got a couple of attacks, but arson here is confusing. Saracens. We'll see what they're doing in a mo, but potentially a Corleone build. We've seen scouts from that. There's a lot of little attacks to kind of keep track of. We've got yellow coming over here as well, and actually, men at arms comes in. The navy is lurking. On that side, we've got attacks going on here as well. So we've got some disruption happening here. This being countered by spears. Oh, it is a spearman being attacked. That's all good. So grey actually got a lot going on at the moment. We have purple scouts. Where are they? They are pushing food. I know some of them are moving forward here. Hey, actually, some decent attacks here on grey. Still quite high on the villager front. So still slightly in the lead for Definitive Edition AI. We've got a slight military lead. Men at Arms upgrade in for red as well. Arson coming in. And we've got scouts coming in as well now. Meanwhile, we've got more attacks going on here. Okay, so it's the Navy attacking, but it looks like they're ignoring the Navy, which is actually the right thing to do in this case. They need to prioritise vills. I'm getting alarms over on the other side as well, but we'll prioritise this for now. They're going around this side. Really, they want to idle this wood line. Cyan is the first to Castle Age. We've got green going into Castle Age as well shortly. None of these supervillains are anywhere near that, so damage needs to be done. They need to cripple the flanks as quick as they can so they can make it a 4v2. At the moment, the damage isn't quite enough. Scouts being attacked by vills. Now the villager defense kicks in for DEA. 2 stable scout production, so these scouts will run the long way around to get to blue. Interesting they pick blue rather than grey. But bits of damage being done here. It looks like grey has been able to push this back. The Navy and a mix of archers and skirms are doing it. Three TC booming for DEI. They're going to be left Haguan Cavalry as well from the Wu. So actually, yeah, we're going to see some Castle Age units coming in to defend now. And the counter-attack. The counter-raid on to the Koreans. The first supervillain has gone to Castle Age, so that is Gunther. Meanwhile, I think green is coming over here. No, it's not. Okay, so these might actually die to TC fire, so really nice for Gunther. Levels here are pretty equal. Military slightly in favour for supervillain, but D has a tech advantage. Got a load of purple coming down here to try and take out these skirms. Good raids here. We can see actually down to 36 vills. Down to 36 vills as well. So this is where supervillain is able to kind of creep back with the villager count. And by just picking off a few of these. And the spears will clear them. First Castle Ages are coming in for supervillain. Meanwhile, those who have just aged up from DEI are getting their tech upgrades. So pikes and pikes are going to be really bad over this side, and bodkin arrow as well for blue. Fletching, we're seeing a switch into skirms. It looks like DEI isn't prioritising certain units, so it is wasting a lot of time on buildings. But blue is able to get knights out. And we've got pikes, and we've got skirms, and we've got cav archers, so a bit of a mix. But even that mix, I think, will be enough to bat away a load of the scouts coming. Orange also making it into Castle Age can keep its economy going. Spears. Just a couple of spears would be good here. So many attacks going on. Purple is diverting over to this way. So diverting forces to potentially support Orange. Meanwhile, we've got an untouched navy. Loads of fishing ships. So this is all helping DAI with that eco lead there. Pikes are coming in. They're clearing up scouts. We've got 3 TCs happening on both of the flanks as well now. And the villagers' lead is very much going into DEI's favour. Yeah, they're barely touching it. Saracens needs Castle Age and needs camels. Maybe turn down the horn a bit. I can do that. In fact, I'll just turn down all of my sound a bit. Lower it a little bit. Mill's being attacked from the docks. Also, if any of you as a player actually go against a team of supervillains, this sound is all you get. You're constantly under attack. Even if you're winning, the attacks keep on coming. We're seeing a counter-attack here from Cyan, so it's gone into enough pikes to keep Purple at bay, and that is supporting Grey, who is also going pikes. So they're just doing a hard counter to these scouts here, and we can see Knights and Pikes with a few Cav Archers doing the same on this side. 5 stable scout production, so actually the unit count for Saracens is still high. With resistant conversion, we've got long swords over here. We have a castle being built. Well, this castle goer, that will be a big help. Orange is taking a bit of a beating at the moment, 47 bills. Scouts just keep coming. Castle goes up. Do we see unique units from Gunther? Like, will we see war wagons? We're seeing organ guns. Nice. I was going to say we're about to see Imperial Age for green though. So as Castle Age is finally being cemented over here, we've got Imperial Age, 2-handed swordsman. We've got monks. I'm expecting we'll see Trebs very shortly as well. Meanwhile, top score, Feudal Age Saracens. Four stable scout production, and we know that there's 5, but not quite having the food yet. This castle is helping a lot, so a load of stuff that's being thrown in this way is going to get shot down. So really nice on that front. But we can see here, villager difference, massively in DAI's favour. It's just booming and SuperVillain isn't. We can see a load of resources being stored up here, so it looks like, and this is after Imperial Age has been clicked. Trade being set up for green because it hasn't boomed enough apparently. There's a mill on the end here milling the fish, but that could be at risk to the navy. And a lot of units streaming in here now. 5 barrack pike production against 5 stable scout production. You see how that ends. Villager count dropping here. Monks still bringing in the relics. Upgraded towers is a nice touch, but they're just in the wrong place. And now it's actually Cyan's turn to come in with light cavalry and dive to TC. More Imperial Age coming through. Cyan Imperial Age. Grey about to become Imperial Age. Meanwhile on here, actually, a load of the pressure is still on Blue's base, so all these scouts are keeping Blue at bay, which is really nice. Green going Cavalier though, and for Ferreters. Armenians Ferreters, I forget what Ferreters does. I'll have to look at that separately. But yeah, load of damage coming in here. Wait, Armenians. Ferreters is the extra health to militia. For the militia line, it's plus 30 HP. So actually, these champions are going to be unstoppable soon. We should see a stream of champions coming in, and there it is. If the pikes weren't bad enough. Come on, give us a champion. HP. We're going to see those pile in. Big defense here from... oh! We have sergeants being produced from the castle here. So sergeants, organ guns, knights against this big mess. Composite bowmen here as well, piercing the armor. Meanwhile over here the castle is going down. We've got siege over in orange. You can see elite fire archers coming in from the Wu, so really just Imperial Age techs coming in here. Blue is quite happy to stay in Castle. I was going to say quite happy to stay in Castle Age, because it's clicked up to Imperial Age. So again, heavy committing on the units now while it's clicked up. But those champions will just stomp. I don't think even sergeants will be able to hold them back. And there's just a steady stream of them still coming. Warrior priests as well, so they'll keep healing. Nice composition from the Armenians there. Do we have Trebs? Trebbing from across the water. The only answer to that is counter-treb. And with over double the military, nearly triple the military, and over double the villager count, it's very much looking like Definitive Edition AI's game. Orange has nothing left, it just hasn't surrendered yet. So once enough of these buildings go down, so it's just buying time for its teammates. But in the meantime here, red village count dropping all the techs from Definitive Edition AI. These will just keep coming. We did get a couple of supervillains over to Imperial Age, so we are seeing trebs and chemistry, but a lot of damage has been done. And there's not a lot of eco to play with here. Also, the scout personality here by Saracens is still in Feudal Age, so still committing to 7 stable scout camp production. You know, keeping people busy, but it's against Halb now, so they're going to go down pretty quick. And the Trebs keep moving forward. We've got Caps Rams coming in as well. We see, finally, Orange was defeated. Everything's going into Purple's base now. We're going to see an endless supply of scouts run into Halberdier. Do we have any Dromons? We do. Drummond's coming out there for grey, so we'll see those batter the shoreline as well. Faith as well, no conversions. Heresy, no conversions. And Siege Ram as well coming from this side, and it looks like the the sides are clamping down on the middle. Soon it will only be Yellow. Yellow, who's gone into 5 trebs, by the way. Let's check out what those trebs are doing. They're idle at base, they're waiting for an attack to happen. Trebs could do well maybe in countering some of the siege over in this base. GG, well played. I think we can speed this up. But a great show. This does mean that Definitive Edition AI is going to make it into the next round, and it's going to be Naga and the SuperVillain fighting it out to see who makes it to the quarterfinals. With a fresh draft, it could go either way. DAI is just a blur. Eight villagers remaining, castle going down. The fire ship being very cheeky and getting away with it. One villager remaining, hiding in that castle. GG. 285 halberdier, 242 scout cavalry. And we can see here, pretty level from the start, but with a lot of this population for DEI being navy and fishing ships, and that just gave it a bit of an eco upgrade. An eco upgrade that it didn't really have over SuperVillain on the starts of the other matches, and SuperVillain didn't really have anything to touch it. Military wise, it's a whole mess, isn't it? But the consistent thing here is that Scout never stopped producing units. Scout is up there as one of the top producer of units. Goss did a great job of not losing units. A few conversions as well there. Yep, they'd set up trade and got the relics early as well. And yeah, all solid age up times to Castle Age again with the extra eco from Navy that would have helped. Good initial pushes as well, but with the pockets being allowed to boom, the AI had the support it needed. And yeah, big villager difference. Great to see actually that the villager count did keep going up for these, and actually scouts staying in feudal, potentially not the way. If there was a way to there might be a way to work out when the optimal time is to age up with that, because even just a few less scouts, being able to change them into light cavalry, I think would have made a big difference. Double the attack. I'm sure there's some maths that can be done there. But great set. 2 wants definitive edition AI. So let's go ahead and change that on the scores. Fun set. I have to resize some of these cells a bit later. Let's go ahead and copy that. And so we see here 2-1-2-1. So DAI just makes it into the quarterfinals there. I just going to pan back before starting the next game. I want to check if Toby's still here. Because if Toby's still here, we'll move on to the Bright Spark and the Conqueror game. If Toby's had to go, I'm happy to have a bit of a break and wait until the next stream to run Bright Spark versus the Conqueror. So Toby, if you're there, please do say in the chat. No problem. Can't see him there. That's all okay. Right, these have all been updated. I think what I might do is, I see the viewers are just bumped up there. Let's see if he's in the chat. Yeah, if Toby's not here, I might call it down, just use the time to get the videos cut so that we can put them up on the YouTube channel, because I know that takes a little bit of time. And then just gives a bit of time before the next set and spaces things out a bit. What we'll also be doing, so in between the group stage, as we kind of start getting to the end of the group stages, I'm mindful that there'll be people who need to do some slight updates to their AIs, having seen kind of some of the potential bugs and suboptimal snippets that they've got there on certain maps. So what I'll also do is I'll allow for a few days of a bit of a break between the group stage and the quarterfinals, so people have time to do any updates they want to do without feeling they need to do it in like 24 hours. So I don't see Toby there, so I think what I'm going to do, decision made, I'm going to stop there. Whilst I want Bright Spark to play, I'd love for Toby to be able to see it live, and it allows us to spread it out a bit. So thank you for 2 great sets, and I'll pick up again tomorrow evening. Thank you for your time.